Ah, Crackships. You either hate him, love him, or just standing and looking at it wondering how the hell did someone pull this out of their ass. The concept of a crackship means that you ship two characters from two different pieces of media that actually never interact with one another whatsoever. Some of them were created by people thinking these two characters would complement each other perfectly. And other times the shipper literally smoked crack to come up with the idea. Some examples of those would be Elsa from Frozen x Jack Frost from Rise of the Guardians, Ash's mom and Jessie from Pokemon, Mordecai and Twilight, or Sans and Komida. Okay, let's not dwell on that one unless we talk about it better. There are some good ones and some bad ones. However, let me tell you about the one I enjoy the most. Peppino Spaghetti from Pizza Tower X Modeus from Helltaker. And I guess the rest of the harem as well, but this isn't about that. Hello everyone, for those who don't know me, I'm Woos057, or Woos for short, and I usually upload gaming content on here. However, this video is yet again one of those ideas I got whilst being bored at work. Now let's get into the business. How did Peppino X Modeus happen? Those two properties haven't interacted like at all. Well, let's go back to August 21, 2022, where on the @PizzaTaker account on Twitter, by the way, eat shitty on, the owner, I will refer to him on as PT to save time in both writing and recording this, teased that the PizzaTaker comic series is happening soon. Then finally, on September 16, 2022, the first comic dropped. It's of Modeus trying to order a delivery from Peppino's restaurant, if you catch my drift. She's trying to get laid, that's her main characteristic. The ship's probably based off that one official Helltaker comic, where it's confirmed that Modeus constantly ordered pizza in an attempt to drug the delivery boy with a love potion, and someone later made an edit of that, replacing the delivery boy with Peppino. It works semi-out, cause later down the line they do end up having relations, but we're a few comics away from that. This then follows up on October 21st, with the two of them dressed up as Hellboy and Yor from Spy X Family for Halloween. After that, there's a comic that introduced the quote-unquote second ship of the series. I say quote-unquote because it's Noise and Judgment and they both just absolutely despise one another, so I'm not sure if PT actually ships these two, especially since Noisette shows up later. There's a Christmas comic, and then we come up to the fabled Valentine's Day comic that officially confirms, or rather implies, that they do end up having intercourse. There's a bit more art slightly unrelated to the main story, and then on August 6th, 2023, PT confirms that Peppino actually ends up with the entire harem from Helltaker, minus Beelzebub, which we'll get to that later. However, I do believe the dynamics are a bit changed compared to how it is in Helltaker. Whilst it seems like Lucifer seems to be on the top of the harem in the pecking order, although she struggles immensely keeping it like that, this one is Modeus more in the focus, and it seems like she's the only one actually in a relationship with Peppino, whilst the rest is more on a friend basis, or they're along for the ride. We get more and more comics showing off the dynamics between our favorite anxiety-ridden Italian and the other girls, and it generally does feel like they're all just here for the hell of it. Pun intended. The only you could argue who is in somewhat of a relationship is maybe Lucifer, but it's a hard maybe. Like Azazel confirmed that Molina is one of his best friends, him and Justice seem like bros, and pretty sure Zadrada and Cerberus are just here to annoy him. I might be wrong here, but it's just a good reason why Modeus is the main focus. Also, it's confirmed that Anton Blast is canon to this as well, so if those events happened before this comic, this leaves for some interesting implications. Are Lucifer and Satan the same? Did she transition between Anton Blast and PizzaTaker? If so, good for her. Is Satan her brother? Is Lucifer replacing Satan in this canon? She was the one stealing Anton's booze? I do hope PT goes into detail with this, because this is holding me awake at night. I need answers, goddammit! Anyways, Beelzebub hasn't shown up yet, but PT hinted at it that she actually ends up with Pizza Head out of all people. Don't know if that was an offhand comment. Following in that logic, Gustavo ends up with Cerberus and Justin with the Vigilante, which would confirm my theory about Modeus being the only one that in an actual relationship. Anyways, I rambled enough about this. On to the main part of this. Why I prefer Peppinodeus over Peppy Blast. Firstly, I want to state it's not due to homophobia. Some of you probably saw this and were like, oh, he probably hates gay ships. No, if Elon didn't fucking remove that feature, easily would see me liking yaoi ship art on multiple occasions. Like hell, I'm probably one of the biggest fans of Floof's art. Not counting Philip, or Teach, or Sharky, or Miss, or the rest of my friend group. Also, Wisp Angle is probably my second favorite Sonic ship. Like, look at them. There's no way those two aren't fucking. I'm getting off topic again. It's because their personalities clash too much. Peppino is an Italian chef plagued with anxiety and PTSD if you subscribe to the war veteran theory. Anton is an alcoholic demolition man with anger issues that has no respect towards other people's property. Was Satan justified in his action? No, but that's not the point. I feel like Peppino wouldn't stay in a relationship for too long with a guy that opens the door by blowing it up. That would trigger his PTSD on multiple occasions. Whilst Modeus can also be somewhat unhinged, like she literally breaks your knees so you don't run from her in the bad end of the game. It's a bit more contained. There are moments where she's behaving herself. In the latest comic, whilst I'm writing this, she seeks out Noisette to take a shop to get the Italian man a gift. It feels like she has genuine feelings for the guy that go beyond, God, I want to eat him so bad. Another reason is, it's just fucking funny. We have a demon. Basically the embodiment of the sin of lust, 100 times stronger than an average human. And she's dating a funny Italian man that runs fast and is one bad day away from crashing out. So like, come on, don't tell me that isn't a hilarious ship dynamic. In the end, it all comes down to me preferring the ship over others. I suck at explaining things, so take it with a grain of salt. I'm not saying this is the definitive ship. I do enjoy some aspects of Fetty Blast. I even incorporated in my personal headcanon that they used to date prior to the events of Pizza Tower and Anton Blast and ended on good terms, so I don't hate it fully. That's the end of this. Thanks for watching, fellas. I hope you could understand why I just freaking love this ship so much. Also, PT, if you happen to see this, man, I'll gladly have you on for an interview to see your train of thought for this. Anyways, that's Woo057 signing out.